everyone. We are live here in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It is a different landscape here in Cambridge today. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. I'm the CEO, co-founder, and chairman of the Scholarship Committee. I'm here with Sharon Summerfield. She is on the Scholarship Committee. She is a senior moderator. We are going to help you out. And we do not want any people here who are afraid of a little work, who are going to reinvent the wheel. They don't like our wheel. They want to do it yourself. Just don't do it around us. We're busy. Sharon and I have to cope with just under 100 people in the next hour, and we're looking for people who are smart. Now, here's how we're going to do this. This is the longest running live internet program in the world. We say what we want to say. Some of you are going to be shocked. Yesterday, Sharon, someone was shocked by something I said. I can't believe me. My God, I'm Rebecca of Sunnybrook's Farm's twin. Never could possibly say anything that would offend him. You know what offended him? He didn't like the fact that we read an article about Harry Truman. Excuse me. Excuse me, this is my program, and anything goes, and you're convicting at me?
Yeah,
because I wrote an
absolute silver member. He didn't.
Yeah, I gotta tell you something.
It was Thomas.
Whether you agree with it was Thomas. If you agree with me or not, it doesn't matter. But that is a brilliantly written article. It just rides right into your heart. And of course, the story about my father and the president. That even now, why did you wait 50 years, Dad? This is not us. I'm meaning to tell you on numerous occasions, but I didn't really see a good time to do so. Well, I guess
know that anything goes means anything goes.
Well, I hope so. I mean, it would be nice. All right, so here's the deal. We are speaking to you from Cambridge. I am speaking to you from the American office of Worldprofit.com, WORLDPROFIT.com. We have been around for over 20 years. We are the leader in the field of establishing people like Sharon and you in a home-based business on the internet of your own. We don't mince any words. We tell you what to do. We explain why you have to do it this way. Because if you want to make money, you don't keep reinventing the wheel. If the wheel works, you ride the car. You know, that's the way it is. So Sharon, we're going to put a lot of people right smack down in the crosshairs of our weaponry. And we are going to blast through hopefully their obstacles and whatever. Now, let me tell you about it. I have to say this. Cambridge had 92% Democrats, 8% Republicans. I am one of the few people in America who, as a result, I got the League of Women Voters sends out a pamphlet every year explaining what are the questions and all that. So I don't really tout that. I got one phone call during the campaign and nothing else, not even a single piece of paper. Now, Sharon, you were probably inundated with brochures and postcards and whatever, right? I got zilch, one phone call.
Why? What are you registered as? You're
Isn't
Democratic
that? Nobody spends any money in Cambridge because it's 92% Democratic. So the Democrats are going to win. The Republicans are not going to waste any money on 8% because they're going to lose. And so as a result, we get to be free of all sorts of brochures because it's absolutely pointless for anyone to send anything to us. It just happened to work out that way. Well, anyway, we're going to carry on. Clayton and Jeff, we want to hear from you guys first. And let me tell you what a scholarship is. You can tell me. How many of you in this room received scholarships or fellowships when you were in college? Raise your hands. I know Sharon did. Anybody else? I know that Patrice Porter did from the government of Canada. Who else got it? Anybody else? Wallace? I'm sure Wallace got scholarships. The whole point of a scholarship is to boost a worthy person from point A to point B. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take people who are worth the investment. And if you diddle with us, you don't tell us your name, and you make us figure out, scratch our head as to what you're saying, and you take a million times of hailing you to get in to speak to us, guess what? You ain't getting a scholarship. I can tell you absolutely positively you're not. We are looking for people who respect their colleagues, which would be us and you, who are willing to do some work every day, not honest work. This is the thing, Sharon. You want honest work? Go work in a coal mine. That's honest work. Try to clean up Comiskey Park after a baseball game. That's work. But this is a piece of cake. You sit in the comfort of your own home. You're surrounded by your own goodies. But yesterday I went to the Halloween candy shops and bought up all sorts of half-price candy. I always feel so superior. I really feel really intelligent when I come back with 5 pounds. No, I OD'd on the Whoppers. I still have 1.5 boxes left. I did look at them though. I thought, oh God, that's the thing about cheap candy. You can OD on it very quickly. So you have to have enough different times so that you can satisfy your every need at any time of that day or night.
Yes,
Okay, Jeff is not spoken to us yet. Barry is not spoken to us yet. Absolutely.
Hello, Barry.
I cashed in on Raisinets, so I love them. Barry, you here? So what do you want to tell these folks to get started? Because they're not responding. They're not making any money where they are, which is, it seems to me that if I weren't making any money and someone was willing to invest a $250 scholarship with me, I might talk to them. I know it sounds like a bizarre idea, but I think I would.
I wish I would have got it. People are lucky. Barry, you're a brand new associate, and you have no idea what our scholarship is. Can you hear us, Barry?
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to read the scholarship offer out. And it's principally for the 80-something associates who are looking at us at the window. I want them to know. And people up there in La La Land looking at us through the window, stop it. Come in here and get your business going. Sharon, it's so obvious to me that people just don't grasp the fact that to start a business means making a lot of decisions. One of the decisions is, do you want to do it alone? And I've got news for you. They can't. Reason why? Take one little itsy-bitsy computer problem, and the average person goes, oh, that's it. And their computer's dead, and their whole business dies right at that moment.
Yes,
this is why
George.
Very, yes,
and
this
Sandy.
is where George Kosch really shines. You see, the thing is, I know that George doesn't really, truly understand. But there are people like me who just don't have any technical skills. We just don't have them. They're not in there. I go, hey, so you in the box, everything all right? So there's nothing in there about technical skills. And if something is pulled out, a plug, or this thing collapses, or this one goes crazy, I don't know what to do. And if I didn't have George Kosch and his technical skills ready, I would not be able to run a business because it would stop. And when it went, yeah, that'd be it, right there. You agree? Now you have technical skills, I think. You have technical aptitude.
Yeah.
See, I have none. Absolutely none. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. I know that those of you with technical skills are not going to believe me, but we don't really know these things. They're not in there. Anybody agree with me? Anybody else want to confess that you have no technical skills? You just like me to go out on this limb, don't you? You're the president of an IT company and you don't have any technical skills. That's right. This is America, a great country. You don't have to have any skills at all. You can be the CEO. Okay, William doesn't have any technical skills. This is true. If you are a person who's looking in on our program and you have no technical skills, no problem. If you come in with us. If you don't come in with us, big problem. Because if you don't have them, you can't get access to them. I mean, Sharon probably, she kicks out a cord, or the cat eats the cord. She goes, oh, the cat eats the cord, put a new cat, put a new cord. Not me. It's going to take me 3 days. This wire is here, and this one is over here, and my mind doesn't go into special relations. I don't see, which is more my geometry, a nightmare. I didn't ever know. I could never see in 3 dimensions. Get that? I definitely need George's technical literacy. Patrice has no skills, and she's not afraid. This is like, step forward, brothers and sisters, and acknowledge the truth of God. You have no technical skills. Admit it. What do you want people,
Well, they're changing all the
to do
time,
who have no technical skills? And they're changing all the time. We don't make answers. So what do you want to tell these people on the right-hand side, like Jeff and Barry, and 80 people that are looking at the window, about technical skills? Do you get good technical help here? Is it clear? Is it available?
It's step by step. Monkey see, monkey do. You watch the boot camp video and you literally repeat what he does. So, technical skills. And if you do have a problem with something, there's automatic support ticket that you enter in, and there you go. You get it fixed. And I use it still. And I do have technical skills, but I still need help every now and then.
Well, I can absolutely assure you, I need help every now and then too. And I don't think the average person realizes how dependent they are to the wires being in the right sockets, and they have to be like this, and then you have, and your audio has to be like this, and they think they're going to have an internet business because, oh, the internet, that's cool. It is not cool. If you don't have any technical skills, the internet is a nightmare. And that's why I'm going to say to you, if you are in that boat, we offer you George Kosch, who, for reasons unknown, is so gracious with you guys, he would charge you. I would tell him before 20 years ago, I said, George, do you really want to give this away to these people who are like these flibby gibbets? They're in, they're out, they're up, they're down, they don't respond. And I'd say yes. I said, okay, my way. My way is to shoo them back and take them back to Kansas and dump them in the river. That's my way. I don't want these people around who don't have technical skills or don't understand that they have to get them from Worldprofit. It's one or the other. Okay, let's read the offer. Sharon, this is an offer worth over $2,500. Sharon's going to read the first half. I'm going to read the second half, and then we're going to invite people like Jeff and Barry to come in and stop fooling around. More than not fooling around, quit fooling yourself that you're actually in a business with you got nothing. Sharon, let's begin the beginning.
Well, we do have a silver membership presentation video. For those that haven't watched it, there is a bonus in that video that is worth $1,500, and you do receive that bonus with the scholarship offer, as well as you can e-blast any website to over 90,000 of our subscribers every month. You get over 500 landing pages and over 1,500 traffic sources. 1,500 traffic sources. You also have monitors closing your cells for you 24 hours a day, and you do earn commission between 20 and 100%. In addition to that, Dr. Lant, are you still giving out 100 customers?
Yeah.
Okay, so it will be not 50 members, but 100 customers placed under you immediately. They are hot leads. They're free members just like you, and when they upgrade to silver membership, you get those 100 people placed under you. So when they upgrade, you get the commission. When they buy a product, you get the commission. There's no contract, no obligation, and it is backed up by Worldprofit's ironclad guarantee. Along with the 500 landing pages, the 1,500 real traffic sources, 24-hour-a-day closing for you. You do have 100 training lessons, the 100 customers that Dr. Lant is so generously offering at this time, as well as the 90,000 a month e-blast, 100,000 ad credits. That's 100,000 ad credits. That's really important. You also get 3 Facebook marketing courses on how to generate thousands of leads using the Facebook marketing tactics. And you can use these resources to generate leads and traffic to any business that you have. So Osleen, Barry, Jeff, if you are already promoting something, you can do it within Worldprofit. If not, you can promote Worldprofit itself. And Dr. Lant, you're up.
Okay, so first of all, Shane said, I'm giving you 100 people off my list. And we will send them a note this afternoon by email announcing that you are the sponsor, and so they'll know you, and you'll be getting the commissions. Next, I'm going to give you a copy of my best-selling book, Net to Profits. I want to say a word about my books. My books are like an ice pick in the head. I drive the points home. I don't mince any words. I'm not interested in writing a book. It's a business book that isn't about money. My book, Net Profits, is about money. How to get it. That's it. I tell you those two things. Money, get more. Here's how. That's the whole book. If you will follow my advice, which is, I'm an extremely clear writer. I have been called the clearest writer of my generation. There's not a lot of hocus pocus, clouds, whatever. It's direct. If you want to make money, you'll love this book. If you don't care, then you won't read it. Next, 2 months for the price of one. The second month of Worldprofit will pay the ticket for free. Now this costs money, but we're paying it free. You pay the $99.95, which is an activation fee for the whole process. You get everything that we talked about, and you got the second month free. Now this is a unique offer. It doesn't exist anywhere else. Don't tell me it exists anywhere else because we know better. We've been monitoring the internet now for 22 years. We pretty much know everybody who's around, particularly the people who started the thing. They were all of our friends who wanted it. Yep, the internet was once so small you could hold it in the palm of your hand and everybody knew everybody nowadays. What is interesting about our thing is we decided that it would be a good thing and highly responsible if we joined what we call the micro finance universe, where we give people quite tangible help right now. We don't wait for weeks and months and whatever. We put aside a certain number of scholarships, but we're a small company. We're doing what we feel is fiscally responsible for our community, but it's great for you guys. So if there's someone in here like Barry or Jeff, and you want to get a fast push off, you come to us right now, and we're going to set it up right now, not tomorrow, whatever. And it's all going to be taped in time. In other words, if you are going to mull it over for the rest of your life, we're not going to do it. We're looking for people who have a pulse. If you've got a pulse, that is the first prerequisite. Come and show me. And then tell me and tell Sharon why you think we should invest in you. We're just not going to take money out of the coffers of this corporation and give it to any person down the road. We're giving it to people who are worth it. Why? What makes you worth it, Barry? What makes you worth it? Jeff, do you have any reason? Do you have any credentials? Do you have any witty sayings? Do you have any whoppers in your pocket before I run out? I mean, give us a reason for putting the money in your pocket. Sharon, we just are not going to give the money randomly. I have to be satisfied that this is a person who has a reasonable chance of making a go of it, especially with help.
Oh yeah, you don't want to waste it. You don't want people that are just going to sign up and not do anything and waste it.
Now, here's the thing that's really interesting. Take a look at Barry over there and Jeff over there on the right-hand corner. They're not going to get scholarships. The reason why, they haven't said hello. There's no indication that they're alive. There's no indication that they won't need help, want help, whatever. They haven't said anything to us in any subject. So Jeff and Barry, I want you to just sit there and watch because you just talked, quote unquote, yourself out of a scholarship by doing nothing. You're going to get nothing. Now, if that makes you happy, more power to it, but if it doesn't, I don't care if it does or not. I love the old Scottish tune because I'm an old Scot myself. The man who calls the piper. The man who pays the piper calls the tune. So this is our money. We're looking for you. Now, let's say that you're old. Most scholarships go to people in their 20s. But let's say you're 80 and you're a little short of the money and all you're trying to do is Social Security. Good. Come in. We don't limit our scholarships to age, sex, national origin, kind of beef, steak, word. Forget it. You're a living person. You're a decent person. We want to hear from you. And if you're a woman who's 95 years old, and you want to meet a lot of good-looking guys in 68, this is the perfect place for you. And by the way, you will notice that you're not going to find any kids here. We're not anti-kid. They're anti-us. They think we're old fogies because, we're over 5 or over 6 or 7 years old. We have a place here that is friendly for those who, quote unquote, say they have disabilities. Got disabilities. Yeah, come over here. I have a few myself. We have people who have disabilities, people who are mothers, home-based mothers. We have single-parent men. We have old military officers. We have people in jail. We've got heads of state and people who have been in Congresses in their respective countries. In other words, we are a good microcosm of the world. And we treat you all the same. We want you to succeed. And we push you. That's right. If you don't go fast enough, we say, come on, pick up the lead. This is like the revenge of the coach. I hated every gym teacher in college, and we have to high school and college. They were always so superior. Now I get to be the coach. And my response to you guys is, get the lead out and get going. You say you want a business? Here we are. What's standing in your way? Sharon, is it true that we are very, very blunt-spoken here? No nonsense. We don't ask you to read the crystal ball. Pretty straightforward in terms of what we say.
Yes, absolutely true. Very blunt and straightforward. And we get reports on a regular basis telling us what we should be doing and why. And if we don't have a certain amount of traffic in our ad tracker, why and what you do to get it. And yes, very blunt, straight to the point, definitely pushing each member that is working the program to do better. So
I want to give some consultations during this hour. If you would like for Sharon and me to analyze your business to see whether you need help, this is the time. It's not going to cost you a nickel. Of course, it is going to be taped and it will be shown to the whole world. If you look like a doofus, well, I can't help you. I'm making it very easy to go, that's for sure.
Hey, I'll take the analyzation.
All right.
You can analyze me if you want.
I'll tell you what. If I don't get any people, it's really for Barry and Jeff. But I'll tell you what. We'll see whatever we collect tomorrow. It's the first time anyone of my partners on anything goes said that.
Well,
okay.
I'm not where I want to be yet, so I'll take all the advice and help and push I can get.
Whoa! What the hell? I'll go for the debate. All right. What's the call? Let's start. First of all, let me explain to you. My name is Dr. Lant. I am the CEO and the co-founder of Worldprofit. This is Anything Goes. We do meet here at 1 p.m. Eastern every day. And I am blunt. I'm working on my 20th book right now. I have also written thousands of articles, taught at over 30 universities and colleges around mostly North America. I've had my own national syndicated radio show. I've been in business successfully for many years, and I'm a multi-millionaire long ago. And I live like all multi-millionaires. Oh, we have fun. By the way, folks, being rich is fun. Don't believe anyone who's a lot of work to be rich. Yeah, so what? Life is a lot of work. All right, so here's Sharon, who knew me 20 years ago, right? You at least knew I existed.
Yeah.
I presume.
Yes, you and George, back when some packages were like $4,000 to $5,000.
You know what the packages cost in those days? $6,000 a piece. No credit whatsoever. No terms. No nothing. Just give us the $6,000, and we'll up all the way home.
I was a free associate. I learned a lot about SEOs. And, of course, I was a single mom at the time, and no way was I working out $6,000. But I didn't understand it back then either.
We were on the cutting edge of the cutting edge. George Kosch was not the cutting edge. He was not on the cutting edge. He was the cutting edge. And I'm just going to give you one story. We pioneered the dog and pony shows around North America. When we went into town, we'd go into Houston or Atlanta or wherever. And we would do a 2.5-day program. was very elaborate. It was half social and half straight business. It's sometimes very difficult to tell which is which. But anyway, the very first conference that we had was in Las Vegas. And I was stuck in Denver in a blizzard, and George and Sandy were also snowed in, coming from Edmonton, and we had the place where the New York Hotel was crammed with people. We got a phone call from one of our reps there, and they said, "You better get here soon. The management of this hotel is getting done on me. They didn't understand that hundreds of people show up." We didn't know. We didn't know that hundreds of people would show up. We didn't know that anyone would show up. So
that's great.
I finally managed to get on a plane and get to Las Vegas, and the place was crawling. I gotta tell you something about those early days, because those days are why I'm here now. If it had been like this, that many years, I've done it. We asked everybody to bring a dish, a potluck dish. You know what the potluck dinner was? Beer, pretzels, and potato chips. That was it. Like 100 bags of, you know what 100 bags of pretzels look like?
Oh my
After they
goodness.
exploded in the hotel room. I mean, the camaraderie of those days, the enthusiasm, the visionary motivation qualities were unbelievable. So George Kosch gets up the opening Saturday. This particular was happening Friday night. Some Saturday morning, when he set up a huge screen. And I lectured in front of the screen, looking directly at the audience. He was in the back of the room doing whatever he does. And all of a sudden, I became vividly aware that my audience doesn't pay attention to me. Hey, audience, hey, I'm the star. And they weren't paying any attention to me. And I turned over my shoulder, and it was immediately, and I knew why. George likes living on the edge, the technical edge, and he's very good at it. But he has to challenge himself just as I do in writing. We don't want to rewrite the same book, but he doesn't want to create the same application over and over. He wants to do something different. So that day was very clear indication where his brain was at. He had sent out an offer about 5 minutes before my speech started. And I lost my audience about 15 minutes into the speech. The audience was gone. People were buying things off the screen. They had no advance warning. That was the point. We didn't know it was going to work. We didn't even know whether anyone would be on the internet at that point. And sure enough, all the orders, and the way he rigged it was Singapore, London, Nebraska. You have just the sheer totality of the world, and people crept. I'm not making this up. They crept like they were like natives going to the 2001 film with the monoliths and the monkeys. They crawled up to look at the monolith, and nobody needed to be told what was going on. Absolutely nobody needed to say it. Everyone in that room knew that was the future. That the future was electronic, it was technical, it was colorful, it was universal, it was cheap, and it worked. And on that basis, that moment I had to thank God I had half a brain. I said, okay, folks, $6,000 of smack. That means they knew this in advance. And it was because of George Kosch. And did he tell me what he was doing? Nope. Don't tell Jeffrey. Did he tell Sandy? I don't think so. In a way, he's a kind of a technical comedian. He's always putting us in these non-techies like me in situations like, get out of this tank if you can. Do you understand how exciting that was, Sharon? I mean, it's hard to explain to people how that was, but the palpable enthusiasm in that room at that time was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, fast forward 22 years, or 20 years rather, this is about 20 years ago, and we looked at Barry and Jeff, and they're hanging around, and they're doing nothing. You know what I think is, get rid of them. Because if these boys can act in enthusiasm culture, because George is doing this top technical work now, but of course many more people are on the internet. So what do you think about that story? I mean, did you ever see this 2001 Space Odyssey with the monkeys crawling up the monolith? That was exactly the way it was. The monkeys were crawling all up the mountain.
I did not see that, but I did know that when the internet started booming and doing advertising and all of that, I remember wanting to be a part of it so badly, and was so sad that I didn't have the kind of money it took back then to be a part of it.
Well, people say, how did you arrive at that number? I think George just woke up one morning and decided on that. I mean, I'll tell you how the name came about. Worldprofit, which is the name alone is worth a ton of money. All those 20 years of travel. George called me one afternoon and he said, "We need a name for the company. How much time have we got? Now. I need it now." Okay. So I said, I was very logical. I said, okay, we're going to be worldwide, right? Right. Okay, world in the headline, the name. And I said, what do we want to achieve? Profit. It took us maybe 3 minutes to come up with the name for this company. For all these people coming in, oh, the anguish. Oh, my God. We had anguish to the extent of 3 minutes. If we spent 3 minutes, it was more than I remember. We didn't second guess ourselves and play all sorts of games. And another thing I want to tell you, for you guys who are lousy writers, or maybe you don't even know that you're a lousy writer, but if you're sending out a page of some kind or an ad and nothing's coming back, you're a lousy writer. I used to go up to Edmonton in those early days, once a month or once every other month. And I would spend a weekend and we would work. I mean, if you've ever had a partner who doesn't do his share of the work, then this is going to resonate. More business relationships die because one partner does everything, and the other doesn't do anything, and they break their friendship, and okay. George Kosch and Hunter were, my father calls them the fantasy. How did I, in Massachusetts, figure that they were out there anyway? Who's out there? How did we figure it out? Because George Kosch read one of my books, and my phone number, and I thank God for innovation. I was the first writer in the history of the world to put my home phone in every book, every catalog, every postcard, every brochure, every phone ad, with a picture. Nobody did that. My mother was horrified. Oh, you're going to be killed. I'm going to go. Well, that was 22 years ago. So far, so good. But what I want to say was that George and Sandy were incredibly believable. They never shirked anything. Just as I never shirked anything from them. We were dedicated, focused. We didn't need George said we need a landing page. Hell, the head was I didn't know what was a landing page. I didn't know what it was. And then he explained it, and I said, okay. He would talk in tech talk. This is a funny thing. We'd be sitting at the computer. It would be Saturday morning. And he said, now describe, he said, this is what I'm working on, blah, 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 blah. And I said, I didn't understand a single word he said. So what we did was we translated it into human language. It was George language, which was up here in the mathematical stratosphere. There was human language, which was down here. And my job was to take what he said technically and turn it into simple street language, which wasn't always easy, people. But it was fun. I have to say that it was fun. It was fun, and it remains to be fun being on the cutting edge. So in the process, we made a lot of money. And we squandered a lot of money. We liked being rich. I mean, I'm just going to tell it like it is. It's fun to be rich. People invite you to their homes. They give you bottles of champagne. They come up and touch you. They go, oh, Sherry, I've always wanted to be. I mean, it's like being a rock star.
Get your hands
rock stars are not. No, that's what I used to tell my mother, who said, nope, they need to touch you, let them touch you. Not in a salacious way, not in the wrong way, but people need verification. Now, when I was growing up, the verification was provided by rock stars. But now, techies are the rock stars of this generation. It's technologists Who's more famous, Bill Gates or the Rolling Stones? Rolling Stones are the most. No, it's definitely Bill Gates. Bill Gates.
Yeah, he's richer.
Zuckerman. Okay, so here we go. Now, Harris and Joe and Barry and Roland. Are you going to join us today? If I don't get an answer one way or another, I'm going to kick you off. I'm not going to prolong the agony. I don't mind the fact that you're poor. What about you doing to me? I mean, being poor isn't a crime, but it sure ain't no great thing either. Now, you guys, Harris, you're going to speak to us? Joe, you're going to speak to us? Barry? Roland? If you're willing to talk to us, we're willing to set you up in a $2,500 package right now. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you say nothing, I'm going to give you guys 1 minute. 1 minute. And this is the moment of my life when I really say, oh, I wish I were in Las Vegas 20 years ago. And people were like, let me in, let me in! Okay. Joe is not answering. Joe, you got 1 minute. Joe, you need to watch the video. Click on the green box. Barry, Roland, Jeff, we need an answer. 1 minute, and then we're going to kick you off. It's not personal, boys. If you're going to drag... what does that mean?
Nothing. I don't think he's even watched the video yet, so...
You know what? You know I love those John Ford movies with the infilade, and they go through the Turf Valley. Get them down there, one at a time. Pick them off. Okay, they're not cooperating. Take them all off. Every single one of them. Jeff, Roland, Barry, Joe, kick them off. And if they're witnessing it, they'll come back with them, and they'll be better. You can't have a partnership with a person who doesn't talk to you. Maybe you wish you could. Maybe there were days when you wish that were the case, but you can't, as a general matter of course, have that, right?
He can't talk to us, then we can't tell him anything.
You can leave Roland in there if you want. He's not in there, but leave him in there.
So, let's see.
People, George never talks about himself this way, so I don't mind talking about him. Because I am, after all, I did write a book called The Unabashed Self-Promoter's Guide. People don't realize how lucky they are to work with George. I mean, he is not hysterical. Rarely, if ever, raises his voice, unlike others we could name. His initials are, whoop, I can't think, it's just smirks there. He is incredibly knowledgeable. He did a little experiment. He's always doing experiments on me. Like, I haven't been monkeying with my life. He said, one night we were in Edmonton, and the first mistake I made was accepting one of those lethal martinis. I mean, it was made out of rocket fuel. That's the last moment you are aware. That's when we were on the floor going gaga-goo-goo. So he pours me a martini, and he said, I want to explain my new project to you. Well, I was with him for maybe 1.5 minutes. I understood what he was talking about. And then, now, I, with a Harvard education, 2 Harvard degrees, have a little bit of problem with those. Imagine your average person out there in Kansas City. What's great about this company is that you don't need to know how it works. You just need to know what to do. And that's a way different thing. What do you think? And he's always there. He's always polite. He's like the 180 degrees of what I am.
Yeah.
He listens to people all the time. Excuse me. I'm going to go right off the church. I'm going to go down to thither, grab me after the. I'm glad to tell you I have 1 or 2 skills. I don't know what they are, but as soon as I look them up, I'll tell you. George always keeps his deadlines. He's not, he's not promising over here and delivering over here. It is what it is, and that is great. Plus, he has a vision, and in this sense, we are the same. We have a vision of universal service, And if 6 people from Bangladesh popped up in the next 10 minutes and they were broke, I'd work a deal with them to make sure that they benefit from our services. I don't care where they come from. I care who they are and who they want to be. I don't care if they have no skills. I have no skills. I don't have no skills. Zero. Some people would say I still don't. That's not true. I can turn it on, and most of the time I can turn it off. And that's all I need to know. What else I want to say?
Fresh when you sound like Mickey Mouse.
No. I'll tell you the Mickey Mouse story. Mickey Mouse is an internationally known movie star with a multi-million-dollar contract. I mean, if it came down to being Mickey Mouse, I'd go for it in a minute. I mean, he's universally known, universally beloved. He gets to wear neat clothes, and he gets to go on moon tours. I mean, let's serious. Being Mickey Mouse, it's okay. My father said to me the other day, do you know Ratatouille? You know the movie with the rat? Ratatouille?
Oh, yeah, Ratatouille.
Alright, so we have Enrique, and we have 81 people looking in the window who have not responded yet. And see, this is a plain fact of the matter. These people are going to have an extremely hard go of it on their own, to the point where I say, without any fear of contradiction, it's a joke to try to establish an internet program on their own. They can't, most of the time, they can't even spell their own names. How can they run an international business? It's not possible. Much less an international business that changes every single day. It's not the same tomorrow as it is today. It's different. It's different in ways that are subtle, in ways that are not subtle. Alright, so we're already well into our time. What else do you want to say to these folks?
Come on in, guest. You're looking in this window for a reason. You must be out looking for traffic, or you're looking to make money online. Either way, you have found the right opportunity. All you have to do to join our community is fill out the form that you do see there on the screen. And Dr. Lant, our CEO, is here with us now.
I want to tell you something about how this company grew. This company grew off of sales. Do you know how rare that is on the internet? The internet was created off of borrowed money. There's nothing wrong with that. More power to them. This company was created off of sales. We provided good products at a fair price and made money. Is that the oldest formula in the book? We just applied it in a technological thing. So for those of you who say to us, I don't want to go under credit, you don't have to. But you do have to come up with the money for the activation fee for your scholarship. It's going to cost you $99.95, and that's just the way that it is. And for any of you who have bought high-end real estate, there's often a fee. There's always a fee when you apply for college. When you submit your application, they're going to charge you. So let's not be naive about this. It's going to cost you $99.95. You're going to get two months for the price of one. And we're going to help you. And we are here every day. As a matter of fact, what's unusual about this company is we push you. Hey, did you ever go to a shoe store and buy a pair of shoes and they call you back in a week? Hey, did you put those shoes on your chair? Did you try those shoes out? Well, what do you mean they're still in the back? Get out, put them on, get out, walk around the block. We are very proactive and, quite frankly, puzzled by people who feel that they're going to do nothing and succeed. I don't know where they got this crazy idea. They didn't get it from me.
Yeah. Well, that's because there's so many bad products out there that are trying to make people believe that that's what they can do. They can buy this product and do nothing and make money. It's my same beef about most of those ClickBank gurus that try to get people to sell ClickBank products and say, oh, you're going to make so much money in one day, blah, blah, blah. It's bogus. It's complete bogus.
Well, it is bogus. It's totally bogus. I have a hard time believing that anyone is so, despite enormous evidence to the contrary, I find a hard time to believe that people are so stupid that they say no work, no work, no work. Let's see what this is all about.
I can certainly sell ClickBank products here with Worldprofit and make money off of it. I'm doing that. And
I Hello?
The best success I've had with ClickBank so far is being part of Worldprofit, and that's not even what Worldprofit's all about. So there is that option, but all those whole so-called ClickBank products out there that think that all you have to do is download this software and it's going to make money all for you, all on your little own. Well, that's just ridiculous. We're a real business. We have real tools, and you have to work. You have to promote.
Let's talk about prospects for a while. Because in the when we started Worldprofit, everyone and his brother was constantly going, we have no traffic, we have no traffic. And over the course of 20 years, I heard that so many times that I wanted to kill half the people who were just bugging me. We have no traffic. Do you know that I never hear, and I mean in all honesty, I never have someone come up with a member, silver package owner, come up and say, I'm at the end traffic. No one says that. Absolutely no one. How many of you in this room get plenty of traffic and know you could get more if you did more? In other words, most of you stop well under 50% of capacity. So you're letting 50% of what you could do not go undone. Is that true, Sharon? Now, you are a very aggressive marketer.
Yes.
Do you leave money on the table, Sharon? Do you leave names on the table?
Trying aggressively to figure out a way to not waste that. I want my traffic to be over 200 clicks a day. And until it is, I'm going to keep working on it until I get it damn packed. But I'm not sucking. I'm doing pretty good as far as my traffic goes, but I can do better. So I work every day trying to figure out how to make it better.
Here's the thing: the 78 people that anyone to look next to are all going to say, "I don't know how to get traffic." I'll tell you how to get traffic. Come in here, plunk down your $99.95, and we will show you in gross, extravagant, grandiloquent detail how to get traffic. And it's not going to be some mystery formula. It's going to be straightforward. It's something you can do yourself even if you're an idiot. Although it helps if you're not.
And of course, we're talking about real traffic, not just hits.
Whatever real traffic.
Hits to a site is not hits. Traffic.
That word was an insult. It was bogus from the beginning. You don't want a hit. You want a person who has a reasonable chance of becoming a buyer. They're responding to a reasonable ad. They're going to be a reasonable person. They don't expect everything to be given to them. Now, what's weird to me is I am now sitting here with 6 packages worth $2,500. We have almost 80 people in the room right at this particular minute who are not responding. I will never understand the chasm here between you say you want traffic. Good. We can get you unlimited for guaranteed traffic. Unlimited. If you follow the directions. Well, I didn't really mean unlimited traffic. What did you mean? I meant, I don't know what I meant, but I didn't mean that because that means I have to pay down $99.95. Yes, and what is wrong with that? The fact that we've given out over, if it were my way, you people have heard me say this before. If I was in George's shoes, I would charge you for everything. I'm going to tell you, so I'm a capitalist from way back. When I had my Jeffrey Associates Corporation, which still exists but is not active, and I put all my books in there and all my articles in there and all that stuff, I sold money, I made money on everything. In fact, I was the developer of these reports that came out of the, what do we call it, a printer, dot matrix printer, ran 24 hours a day in this room. And it would say, special for Sharon Somerville. And then she'd order her 10 reports. I made more money by chopping up my books into 5-page segments, selling them for, well, basically, initially like $5 an article.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Word for it. I made it more. In fact, I was happy when people didn't buy the books. Because they'd buy 5 reports, then they'd buy 105. And I'm not kidding. There were people who came in here and plunked out $500 and buy all the reports I'd ever read. That's why I know that when we get around to doing audio, that's just I've been doing audio packaging for years before Worldprofit even existed. What I want to say is, we show you how to do all this stuff. I said at the beginning of our time, I want to bring up your colleague, Patrice. Give us a quick comment, then go down, and then Patrice will come up, and then she'll go down, and you'll come back, and then we'll be done. Hurry!
Okay, Patrice. Are you ready to come up?
And remember, we're waiting for 6 of you. We want to, there's Patrice's particulars.
Oh, and I'm going to have her come on up.
There we go. This is Patrice Porter from a big river, Saskatchewan, where the snowfall is perfect for this time of year.
Yes, we had quite a snowstorm, and
you can see how frustrated I am. You can see where I was coming from a different vantage point than George. I was in the you wanted to pay for it school, and I never made me apologize. Apology for anything. And here we have to chat with Rachel and chat again and call her other times, and she has to ask a million questions. Excuse me, and I'm thinking, do you know who you're freaking talking to?
That's the thing. That's the thing. If people don't realize that who we've got here, you know, our own CEO of Worldprofit, and your credentials are miles long. And actually, you can listen to the replay of this program and catch some of those credentials there. It'll be up on the YouTube channel, Patrice Porter. And if you want to catch some earlier programs, they're on the YouTube channel, Pat Porter. And also, they'll be loaded up on the new Worldprofit Tube at www.worldprofittube.com. And if you want an example of what we've built here at Worldprofit, you can check my Home Business Central at www.20waystoprofit.com. And I've also used the tools and resources here at Worldprofit to help people to create abundance by gardening. And that business is at www.gardeningforfoodsecurity.com.
Unfortunately, you're really breaking up today.
Okay, so I'll keep it short, and that was a wonderful program. I'm going to be listening to the replay, and all the others, again, the YouTube channel, Patrice Porter. Bye for now.
Come up, sharing some of the relevance for your last words. I hope you will not break up.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't hear Patrice very well.
No, too many people broke up. What's your last words here for the folks before we toss into today's towel?
Don't waste any time. Time is of the essence. For all the guests out here in the window, now is the time to become a free associate. That's your first step. Your second step is to watch the video and see what more we have to offer you. And your third step, if you're smart, is to take advantage of that scholarship package. That's a once in a blue moon opportunity. I did not have that opportunity. So if you're serious about making money online, then you really should step up and take that opportunity. And Rachel, that's to you too. You've been in here 16 times now, working as a free associate, and I doubt you're making money as a free associate. Randall, welcome. You're a new associate, and we can get you started in making money. Hi, hello, say hi so we know you're listening.
Yes, I want to wrap this up. First of all, this is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. I have been here with Sharon Summerfield. We are the program today, if anything goes. And we are the longest running live internet program in the world, and we tell it like it is. Some days it's very mournful, some days it's just completely crazy. But we are on the cutting edge. And I have been on the cutting edge with the internet now for over 20 years myself. And I have a very clear sense of the problem that people have. One of the problems people have is that you don't know how money is to be made, and you're not doing what's necessary to build lists. If you don't have lists, you've got nothing. Now, let me be very clear for you. I don't mean sometimes if you don't have lists. I mean if you are right now and you don't have lists of prospects, and notice I say lists, because you could have thousands. I bet Jeffrey Bezos of Amazon.com probably has 14 million hit the list. And they're always saying, I call them popcorn. The popcorn is going on popping all day long. Bloop, 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 bloop. Each popcorn, when it explodes, is money in your pocket. One of the most extraordinary things I'm about to say, you're going to say, what the hell does he mean? You guys don't want to be rich. You don't. You're terrified of the responsibility that will come when you have money. I have news for you. I like being rich, and it is a lot. You have to sign this paper, you have to do this, and this tax over here, and this piece of property there, and you have to talk to the commerce over there. Yes, there's all that. But what's the alternative? Talking to your social worker and living in a halfway house. That's not so pleasant. If you like to be rich, and I mean rich, then you have no choice but to do it with us. Because nobody else is doing it. It's just nobody else is helping you build lists. Nobody else understands the importance of lists. Your list should be a mechanized process with offer, offer. Should be like popcorn going out all day, all night. What do you think about that? Yeah. You are like Mrs. Orville Redenbacher. You're popping corn. That's the way business is supposed to be.
Yeah. I do taxes seasonally for people every year, and let's put it this way. If you don't owe taxes, you're not making enough money. That's just how it is. If you're getting a refund, you're probably not making enough money.
Well, that's true.
So,
there's an old saying, no one ever went broke paying capital gains. And I know exactly what that means. And I want to talk about something that will end this. But I was originally destined to be a college president or a college professor. And one of the major reasons, this is all going to sound really great on tape, one of the reasons why I didn't do that was because there wasn't enough money. They didn't pay enough money to make it worthwhile. And I had a goal. I wanted to own, I was always interested in art and history, and I wanted to travel widely. I didn't want to go to museums and look at pictures. I wanted the pictures to be in my house and looking at me. I wanted the best of everything. And it was achieved in two ways, through my previous corporation and my direct mail business, but it was Worldprofit on the Internet. If you're not making money off the Internet, you're not doing it right. And if you're sitting up and saying, oh, Mo, $99, but you know what? Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Go find somebody who's going to help you for less than $99.95. And I'm going to tell you something. George Kosch insisted that we do it that way. Me, I would have said $1,000, $2,000, $3,500, $3,000, whatever it was. No, and I think that's the key. We never give up. And over the course of 22 years, the paradigms have changed, and we have to change with it. But I want to tell you one of my proudest moments of my administration. It was in 2008 when the world was pouring to hell and handbasket. We never were late. We never missed a payment. We never didn't deliver a penny. I can't even begin to explain to you how proud that makes me feel. When the whole bloody world was going to hell and handbasket, and the government was giving out money to banks to save their hides, we kept doing what we did for all the years. We paid out on schedule. And that's why it perplexes me why when people come in here and go, well, we're never heard of you, and you're probably going to scam us. Well, we could have. If there was any company on earth who could have done it, we could have done it. So Sharon, that's a proud moment of my life that I wouldn't have had if I didn't have this job. But we are going to be honest with the people. And Randall and Thomas and Rachel, if you don't come in here and talk to us, tell me, if you find a company that does what we do better than we do it, I'll give you our services free for a year. No questions asked. Oh, of course, we're going to look at the site and say, if you say, oh, blah, 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 down the road, use the link, we're going to take a field trip over there, we're going to go look at that link. We're all going to go. If you don't find something better, then join us, because we are the better. We already figured that out. Sharon, last word for you. So we can terminate today's program and go back to our regular program. What is your last thought that you want to get across to these bozos? I mean, these people.
It's hard to see that. Raphael, Randall and Thomas and Rachel. You're all here for a reason. I'm assuming you want to make money, so you need to take action and show us that that's what you want to do. People who take action, we can help. People who just sit there and do nothing, we can't help.
My last thought for today is simply this. If you have the delusion that all by yourself in Poughkeepsie you're going to create a company that's going to make you money, get over it. You're not smart enough to do it. We are past the elections now, and I've bit my tongue all the way through the campaign season. Now the election is over for 5 minutes, I can say. I am not politically correct. I'm not going to tell you the truth. People who come in here and turn down the offer are not smart enough to know what they're doing. And on that happy note, before the tomatoes and the cats start flying, this is Dr. Jeffrey Lant with Sharon Somerville. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Time with more completely shocking revelations about the Internet and how to make money on it.